about that right now. But now we are going to go live. Why that have to be noted on the US server, I'm not exactly sure, because that's how the config should work. But hey, I just wanted to bring it up. So it's going to be a Smoker, Spitter, Charger, Jockey. We are live right here, Talk 3 on the Special Infected and Team Healthcare Professionals on the Survivor side. Let's do a quick roster rundown for HCP playing on their home server. It's Bravo, Purple, Super, and Dustin. Who is it for Talk 3, Kiss Me?
Over on Talk 3, we have Proof, Tally, Kuma, and the Q. And they are coming right up on that witch at a very fast pace now. She is over on the left side, obviously. They might just opt to completely avoid her, but going off of the previous server, they're going to probably go for the draw count yet again, as they obviously don't like leaving the witch as a chance item here, a variable in the map that could affect them on the run back here with the tank. But they are going to go ahead and just pelt her down, and already getting over 700 damage onto her as she made her way towards Bravo, who by himself got enough for the kill on her. So that will be the witch over and done with. They have made their way up the ladder now. Charger and Smoker working together, looking for a good hit here. They do manage to get that cap out onto Dusty. Spit goes on top of the charge. Jockey bringing Bill up the staircase. That's a lot of damage on the Solaris. Bravo's still getting ridden here, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming out because of all those common that were actually latching onto him as he got jocked forward.
Yes, that's a start from HCP. They came out playing it faster. You know, so they're running shotguns now, majority, I'm pretty sure. And at this point, like, it's going to be a different attitude, I think, from them. They ran mostly Uzi on that higher ping, but now with the low ping and the ability to make those close clears, don't be surprised if they try to go for just that frag stuff that we're used to in terms of North American play. Tank is up in the hands of Tali for Talk 3.
Yeah, and I mean, we've only seen one hit from Talk 3 so far, but I gotta say, from what I've seen so far with their SI, they're playing pretty damn well. I mean, the ping is obviously on the opposite foot now, so they're going to have a bit higher ping. But they're playing pretty well, and that's a nice car hit, actually crossing the gap there in the bridge, not falling down into the ravine. And this tank already has one car in play pretty much, and he has one more on the edge of that broken bridge that he can actually hit in.
Indeed, he does. We have a smoker pole going out right here. Charger's going to go in. Madden to get the charge into the wall right there. Rock going in. Manages to land on the Bravo, and Bravo is getting screwed up by these SI hits so far. He is getting punished hardcore.
Indeed, and this tank not even hitting that car in, which is a good play, because if he actually did, then the Stars might get counter-aggressive on him and actually try and push up the ladders towards him. But regardless, they still have this car here on the edge of the bridge. Haven't decided to hit it yet. I feel like hitting it towards Bravo when he got smoked and charged and all that would have been a good idea. But now, no, they're going to go ahead and actually hit it towards the other car as well. So now there's two cars on the opposite bridge, none by the tank, though. And they know this, and they're actually going to play underneath the bridge, which is the counter-aggression I was talking about.
Super got that boomer pop. That was pretty clutch right there as well. I have a feeling that what's going to happen here is they're going to get a hit, and the tank's going to go and try to knock his hittables into the ravine at the same time, or he's just going to go full pelt for the hittables first, because HCP is in a pretty good position to fight the tank, but it becomes a lot messier when that hittable turns into play. Let's see exactly what happens here. Rock's going to go in, not going to land. Smoker, Jockey, Charger for the hit from Talk 3, and the tank has to decide, okay, do I want to go get my cars right now as they hit, or do I want to go and try to take a bunch of chips to get the cars in play first? I think he's making that decision right now. He's on second pass, going to be rotating back around. They're thinking about it, and it looks as though he might even just commit in without them. I don't know how I feel about that, because this is a pretty tough area without that hittable. You can get kited around a lot. Instead, he's going to circle back the other way. Might be electing to push in from that side now as well, but he's just taking needless chip at the moment. I'm not sure what he's doing, Kiss Me.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, as you stated. The SI aren't going in. Nothing's really happening here, unless you just wait for the bleed on the Bravo, which isn't a bad idea, because at this rate, Bravo's going to be a two-punch in-capper, and he doesn't have a set of pills on him either, and they haven't actually passed him any either. So now Bravo is actually going to be down within that range. He's at 52 HP as it stands right now, just ate a little bit of FF, and they're actually going to cut him over into the alleyway, and he's getting absolutely shredded. 2,700 HP left on him. The thing is, the SI are going to be all over them right now. He gets one punch on the start behind him, turns around, goes ahead, and hits Bill up in the air. Charger on top of Lewis over on the other side of the rocks, and they're not able to get the clear. And that's a double corner there over on the HCP. Zoe getting Smoker doesn't get the kill on Francis, but the tank dies by the hands of Zoe and the pistol of Bill on the ground. So that will be the tank over and done with. But the damage on HCP, that is massive. And 3 pills left. They're going to be forced to pop pretty much all of them to stay faster as a unit. And that's a crap ton of damage. And they have to really replicate that over on the Talk 3.
Yeah, that was a nice tank coming out right there. Again, I was a little bit concerned when there was no car. If they had a car down there, HCP wouldn't have been able to do that, I don't think. But instead, they go to the corner, and they do take 2 incaps for their trouble, plus Dusty is slow, holding onto those pills. Jockey, Charger, Spitter, Hunter for the next hit from TakTak coming out right here. Jockey's coming in from the back, making that distraction. Hunter from the front, going in, is going to get popped in the face by the entire team. Charger's going to go in there and gets absolutely mowed down, and that was a pretty... I don't even know if it was staggered, but just a hit where nothing was able to get close to HCP in that order. They didn't go in exactly at the same time.
Yeah, so a little unfortunate for TakTak, but I mean, they had a damn good tank, and they gotta be happy with that. That is pretty much what they're aiming for damage-wise. They did just that. The only thing that they would like more from that would have definitely been a wipe, obviously. But I'm sure they'll be happy with what they got from that. And HCP is going to continue way through the safe, or towards the safe, I should say. Probably going to encounter at least one more hit here, depending on how hard they take it, though. There could be another attack following suit. Boomer goes in, lands a single boom. Justy does get jocked. Hunter lands on the one star in the back, that being Zoe. That's a rolling tri-cap with a double proxy happening up top as well. Both Zoe and Lewis eating that proxy. Bill still pulled top. That jockey still doing work on the Dusty as well. That health bonus is being shredded right now.
Yeah, that's the sloppy survivor play, unfortunately, for HCP. I mean, TakTak capitalizing all over that. Great hit, double boom, rolling tri-cap, and look at the health. They have not a whole lot left to speak of. Dustin still has those pills, but now it's going to be almost everybody slow. Purple still has some permanent HP, still green, but like, they got punished so hard by TakTak right there, and the SI from TakTak have been very, very on point this chapter. We do that spitter up top right there. Hunter going for a DP, does get skidded by Bravo. Charter's looking for a spawn up top now, too. As the survivors start working their way in, split delay goes out. There's an in cap. Smoker pull goes out, too. Charter's going to go in there, managing to land onto Lewis, and Dusty could not get that clear. Super is going to go down from that charge, Kiss Me.
Indeed, and now Zoe's going to go ahead and peek her way outside the safe room. Going to go ahead and help up Bill here as Dusty goes and picks up Supra. So they will be able to make their way in the safe room here. 1 SI up, that being a jockey. 3 seconds left on the 2 more spawns, but they will be able to make their way in before that spawn actually becomes an issue. And indeed, they get in, close the door, and I'm telling you right now, HCP cannot be happy with that performance. They only got 48 health bonus, and that tank did not take nearly as much chip as he should have upon that commitment. He got that corner on the 2 of the survivors, and he still had well over 2k HP left. That was really unfortunate for them, and they also ate that SI hit that came in afterwards. So they're lucky to even be in the safe room, in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, they ate pretty much almost anything they could have there, and the problem now is that, like, they're still playing from behind at this point, obviously, even before TakTak gets anything, but if TakTak survives that tank and makes safe room, we could see a reversal of fortune again with how the high ping team is playing on the away server. Like, that is something that we could definitely see from TakTak's play. And I mean, TakTak has been one of those teams that's been consistent in this tournament, and they were the 10th seed, I'm pretty sure, coming into this, and they beat number 7 seeded Evo. And if they want to continue their run in the winners bracket right here, they would have to pull an upset that's probably even more monumental than we saw Silencio Jockey, spoiler alert, fall to UNM yesterday from that 11 seed being the 3 seed. Like, 10 versus 2, it's the same distance. And HCP is one of those teams that has a lot going for them. North America has a, like, it's not an obsession with them, but it's that they've been the most consistent team and the most consistent players in North America for a while now. And seeing them lose to anybody, obviously Serenity has been their counterpart that they've been dancing with for the past tournament. And I don't know, at this point, if TakTak pulls it off, that would be the huge kudos to them. And I definitely think they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're more than willing and capable. Obviously, well, obviously they're willing, but they're more than capable of making it happen here. Even especially as that past half showed, their SI very top notch. Their tanks very aware of what's going on as well. In all honesty, they should have had that wipe. I don't know how Francis did not get capped by that smoker earlier. I'm unsure what happened because I was looking at the tank. But regardless, TakTak unable to secure the wipe there. But I really do think that if that was replayed again and they changed one thing, they would have had that entire thing wrapped up. And HCP would be in a much worse place than they are right now. But regardless, as it stands, we are live here with the second half of the first map. HCP on the SI now, and they have to do a lot of work with this tank as TakTak did to them with theirs.
Indeed, they do. So let's see what they're able to do here. TakTak pushing their way out on the survivor side, pushing into that ravine, clearing all the common. Jockey, Charter, Smoker, Spitter for the first hit for Team Healthcare Professionals on this ladder right here. We've seen the ladder hits be pretty effective in this tournament, even against some of the best teams. Let's see where TakTak decides to push up. They could also kill that witch right now. I think Prove is looking for it, potentially going to go for it because she's sitting in that tree over there, and she is starting to aggro. There comes the draw crown. That's actually going to trigger the hit. That's a beautiful save right there. That one shot from VQ did go out, but then she was about to get the swipe, and Prove got that fast follow-up right there to dunk the Witch before the damage was done. Great play by the team.
I'm so confused. It says the Witch had 13 HP left. It's almost like she hit him.
It was close to it, but I mean, again, they got that crown just before that happened, and now it's going to be a Jockey and Charger on the top of the rock right there, and the Smoker baiting up top to counter the slow play here from Talk3, but the slow play with high ping is understandable, definitely, I would say. And they're just going to continue baiting these combos. They don't want to deal with any of those during this hit flying in. The Smoker got chipped a little bit, but nothing else really did. There's the Smoker pull going out. Charger's going to go out as well. Nice double cap lane with a spit. There's going to be the rolling tri-cap with the Jockey on top of that as well. Lots of damage going out onto Zoe.
Yeah, VQ and Kuma both eating chunks of damage there. Kuma getting dropped down to 70, along with VQ dropping down to 53 HP. So they definitely took that attack to the face. Tank now spawning up as Talk3 moves forward into the tunnels. Tank up in the hands of Supra, the sleep-deprived, satanic devil himself. I don't even know what else to say, but that's Supra.
Man, since a Christian metal band. How about we go over to a HCP Worm for Supra's tank. This charge is going to go in though, managing to land on to Prove. That's an in cap. Oh Jesus, go to the Worm.
Reloading. Don't make me leave your... Let's move.
Double.
I'm gonna stop that soon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I go in or no?
No, you have no SI.
Should
Just get a car in. You get the car in, then you're good. Alright, you're good, you're good. You can kill him.
Yeah, you should go in. No.
Nice, okay, that's one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Supra sounds so tired and so unhappy with that wipe. It was so unfulfilling, it sounded. He's like, okay. But that is the wipe going on to Talk3 from Supra. Quick and dirty, amazing SI support. Beautiful charge knocking down Lewis in the goalie. And obviously that boom just causing pure havoc on the Survivors lines. And that tank, with one hit of that car, got 2 in caps in a really weird angle. And that, I gotta say, the commit he did with the car, where it fell down in the arena, I don't think he meant for that to end cap someone, but it actually rolled right into Zoe and she didn't see it. You okay, Rails? Or are you setting the tank and witch? He's setting the tank and
man,
witch.
I'm just setting the tank and witch spawn, so we're good with that. But yeah, I agree with that. That was, it's not as unfulfilling. This happened so fast. He had 5,900 HP left. They essentially did nothing but, like, I don't know. They got the in-cap charge and that set up, and then the tank just whacked the hittables, and it was not bad.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good, actually. So hats off to HTP. Nice tank play. Good control of the hittables. And Supra, I think he's looking just hurry this up. Win or lose, he just wants to go back to bed, I think.
I mean, yeah, if he's been up for as long as he has, then I wouldn't be surprised. And are these people casting?
I'm not sure.
Let's ask. Let's see. Yeah, the tank and witch spawns have been readjusted right there, so nobody has to worry about that. Unless I accidentally put that at, like, 4%? Okay, no, that's survivor progress. Thank God. I was going to say, if I set the tank for 4%, I was going to leave the server.
You screwed up, Rails.
No. HCP is on survivor side first. Charger's going to go in there, manages to miss off the smoker pole. The Jockey does manage to land. Dusty took a lot of damage there.
Yeah, those charger punches along with that spit stumble that he was caught inside definitely did a number onto him, dropping down to 65 HP. We now see this Survivors go over for the crown, does grab it, that being purple, so good take on the witch by him, being very aware of the SI spawns being down and electing, you know, we still got like 5 seconds before the spawns start rolling in, so let's just go ahead and take this quick. And they do just that. They make their way up the tunnel, up ahead. Tank spawning up in the same position as the last server. And it's going to be in the hands of VQ for Talk3. And now we got to see, are they going to run back to safe again? It looks like it.
I believe they're going to. That Jockey's going to land, though. Smoker's looking for the intercept as well. Boomer goes in. Madness land the double boom onto the Survivors. And the tank actually might be in position now. If he runs to the left, yeah, it would be close. Oh, boy.
I think he's got it if he goes.
Oh, he's not going to go, though. He's scared. He doesn't want to go without the support. I can understand that. That's the same decision I would have made. I wouldn't have intercepted them there either. Like, he could have done it, but I wouldn't have done it if it were me.
But the thing is, there's a lot of horde here, and we're going to see actually VQ go ahead and commit right into the safe room now. Immediately grabbing the corner onto Francis. He does manage to get out, and he juiced one punch as they run back up the staircase. Gets hit towards the doorway. Now the SI can kind of take him outside the door if they so choose to. But he actually gets down inside the doorway. Gets one charge on to Bill down below. Hunter gets through the doorway somehow, running through it, I assume. And now he's just getting multis galore on the Survivors. HCP just being bottlenecked here in the safe room, but they do end up killing the tank at the very last second. And that will be a dead tank, an arm hanging off the side of the railing. And that will be the end of it.
That was interesting right there because that looked a lot worse than it was going to be, like the way it turned out. But that like could have been a wipe if something like I think he multi-punched one of the survivors there. I think he actually hit somebody through the stairway, but I think that second punch that he missed, if he had gotten that down a little bit earlier, that could have been the wipe on the HCP. But it's not. It's gonna be a spitter, charger, smoker, and a jockey instead for the next hit right here. HCP gonna keep pushing their way forward, working their way out into the drainage area, and they still have to either hold out that event or push. They're probably gonna try to push again. If they push on high ping, I don't see them sitting here on low.
Yeah, this is going to be a very aggressive play. I have a feeling here from Team Healthcare Professionals. As you mentioned, they didn't sit through it on high ping. They're not going to sit through it on low ping. There's just no way. They're going to go ahead and just push it, I'm sure. But regardless, there's a spit. I believe they did bait that entirely. Yeah, the event actually isn't targeted or started yet, but there is a nice amount of caps happening down below. Francis getting pulled there. Jockey now looking to latch onto Zoe. Does eventually find it, but not before Zoe gets the clear on the smoke target. But that's still a good amount of damage out onto Supra. And obviously, with him taking his first in cap, you don't want him going black and white because one major misplay could easily spell his death.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good job by the jockey. Didn't land the pin, obviously, but he distracted Dusty long enough to maximize the damage from that smoker. And I think they're going to take one hit here and then probably go. It's going to be a Hunter, Spitter, Boomer, and another spawn is going to be the smoker. Wait, yeah, Hunter, Spitter, Boomer, Smoker, right? Hunter's going to spawn down below right there. Going to meet some shotguns to the face. Boomer gets killed. Hunter gets skeeted. Spitter gets picked, and that's a 2-2 shutdown right there. And that is going to trigger Team HCP, I think, to push their way forward. Indeed it is.
Indeed. And they will go ahead and drop down into the event area yet again, make their way up the opposite ladder, and go ahead and just make quick work of the map, or at least the event area here. They should be looking to position themselves and get ready for this next hit, though, as it is beginning to come up. Charger, Boomer, Jockey, and a Spitter here. So let's see if they decide to push into this or if they elect to just stay back. It looks like they are looking to push forward. They do manage to land the charge, but it does get cleared just before it could hit the wall. And that spit will be completely nulled there, as once again that charger wasn't able to complete the charge on the survivors. And they're going to be able to make their way outside and really one more brief hit before safe room.
See, that's the play they couldn't make on the high ping. They tried to do the same thing, but when they didn't have that luxury of just clearing things fast like that, they were unable to complete the clear on the charger, and that's why they took so much damage on the other server. Right here, though, obviously no such issue. Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and a Boomer for the next hit coming in. HCP just plus forwarding their way in. Everything's going to come in now. Nice skeet by the team onto that Hunter. That's going to be the Charger going in as well. Nice level going out. And that is going to be HCP making the safe room with a pretty darn good bonus, bringing their total score to 1,104 points. Dusty, 53% of the SI damage.
Indeed, and a comment coming out in Twitch chat, is this no mercy, question mark Kappa? Do you get it?
Mm-hmm. I get it. I understand.
Oh, Twitch chat.
They would have been in trouble if they actually had to play that one game on the Asian server, huh?
Yeah, they would have actually lost.
Yeah. But
Imagine
alas,
the shitstorm.
here we are. Imagine the shitstorm. No, thank you. But yeah, so okay. TakTak needed not wipe up this tank, in my opinion. Like, that's one. If they wipe here, it's going to be all in HCP's favor, I would say, because then they're going to have the advantage on the home server. I mean, TakTak, they got wiped pretty simply by HCP on the first map, too, an area with hittables. Whoever this tank is, as long as they are able to, maybe not even cut them off before they reach the safe room, but just take advantage of the fact that they can't make those very fast clears at the high ping, they're going to be in great position. First hit coming in, Spitter got picked, however, and we are going to have the Charger manage to land with a Smoker supporting that for a pretty good amount of damage, but again, that Spitter did die.
Indeed, got picked very nicely there by TakTak as well. And I mean, still, in the meantime, we see Kuma once again taking a lot of damage here. Zoe, being the only shotgun runner for her team, is going to actually have to elect to go and flip around. He misses the crown, eats one scratch, eats two scratches. That's an in-cap on the DQ with the spawns coming up here as well. Boomer for a spawn, and then a Spitter. So both supports already laid out. Charger and one more SI here looking for it. Going to be a Jockey. They're going in here for this hit. Charger whiffs the charge, though. And I don't know if they're going to throw in the rest of this hit, though, as with that Charger down, that really is going to lessen their attack on the hit back if they do all go now. But regardless, Spit goes down, trying to just sack for what they want. Jockey latches on to Francis, gets him down around the corner. He's in a really good spot, actually, with that Jock. And that's going to be quite a number of damage going out onto Prove.
Indeed. And let's see now, because the tank should be up into the hands of a member of the healthcare professional. It's going to be Mr. Bravo. How about we take it over to that HCP Worm and hear how they play it out.
Not feeling real hot.
Motherfucking Jockey.
Oh, nice one.
Oh? Oh, almost.
This horde should come in like slow enough to where you can commit with me and a spawn. Or me and horde.
Commit with
me in the spawn.
Yeah, this horde is slow as fuck. We'll have a tri-cap in that.
You can go, dog. First months. Just wait. He's got that down. One more. That guy's down. Boom now, though.
Nope, he's spamming the door.
Alright, got that down too.
Oh, fuck. Bill's behind me. Like, where the fuck?
He's clear. Nice. Good job.
Nice punch, dude.
Hey, help!
And we are back. HCP securing that wipe onto TakTak, and this, in fact, will put them back in the lead in the total score of the match thus far by around 300 points, I want to say.
Yeah. It's about that, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, that's HCP doing as we expected there. Getting in the save from Bravo, getting that original corner onto Zoe, who was unable to juke that tank and or run around fast enough to get away. He still had like 3.5 HP when she went down, and after that, the SI support were able to pretty much wrap it up. And HCP in their position right now, doing what they usually do, and they are just rolling on the home server.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, it's just a completely different beast here, HCP, when you go onto their home server. As with Serenity as well, they just play completely differently when they're in their home environment and they have those lower pings. It's just a different feel for them, and they don't have to worry about as many things. They can just more play like they're used to. But regardless here, Les still hasn't played the track, and I'm really just... Every war, I'm just getting more and more antsy.
It's going to happen at some point, so I just force the spawns as usual. HCP on the Survivor and TakTak on the Special Infected. Going to be this first hit coming out with a Charger, a Jockey, a Hunter, and a Spitter. Charger going in, gets nice level in the safe room. Jockey Skeet goes out as well. Actually, that was a level, but he got pinned up against the wall. That's unfortunate at the same point in time for Dusty, but he does take that spit damage as a punishment. And the Witch is up right here. Going to be a pretty easy crown for anyone of these survivors with a shotgun, I would say. We got Bravo drawing the Witch right here, going in, getting that nice draw crown to cap that hit off.
That was a very sketchy crown, to say the least. Not so much because of where you drew it or anything, but she had a wicked curve right towards the end of it. And in fact, there we go. Millennium versus Serenity looks like it's about to kick off here. I believe that is Dope Boy who's going to be picking that one up. He's a Russian streamer. But yeah, attack coming in now, though. The Charger actually ends up clearing the Jock Survivor, and now the Charger gets a couple punches out there on a Dusty. Dusty not having a good round so far with these Chargers.
No, he's not. I mean, he's getting the necessary swings and stuff like that, but they've been able to at least punch him and then also charge him at the same point in time, and he's already lost almost half his HP due to that. And, I mean, they should be able to push forward to the bus right here and get the tank up before the next hit is here, but if if TakTak wants any chance of winning this game, they're going to need to wipe at this, I would say. I mean, and they definitely have the ability to, but HCP have been playing shutdown. Speaking of which, Boomer gets popped. Hunter does manage to land. Spit goes down on top of Zoe right there. Jockey gets M2 and shut down, and they should get the tank up right now as they pass this bus. And indeed, that is going to be the tank up for Team TakTak into the hands of Crew.
Indeed. So let's see what they can make happen here. This is a big tank for them, because if they do not do a crap ton of damage here out onto TakTak or out onto HCP, they're going to be in a pretty bad position, because once again, they're already, what, 300 down, we said, coming into this round. So they have to try and keep these rounds close and then look for their break here, which is pretty much going to accumulate to either them getting a wipe or taking a tank extremely well. So one of those two things have to happen, and the other team cannot reciprocate off of that.
Skeet going out on that Hunter up there by Bravo as this tank throws a rock in. Rock does get skied, Charger and a Smoker for the other two supports here. And yeah, he gets to play hittables here. He needs to get a lot of damage and or that wipe, I would say. Car is going to go rocketing in, not going to find much of anything. And I, again, hate Charger in this area, so I don't know why they're keeping it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that one-hitter quitter. If you do end up missing that charge, it's pretty much useless to everything. I'm being honest, it is. Do you have a better way of explaining it, Rails?
No, that was pretty good. One-hitter quitter. I like it. That's how yeah, Chargers, you know, funny sex jokes, Left 4 Dead. And now they're going to be pushing in right now, trying to get this. I don't know what they're trying to get right now. This Boomer's trying to get something. But HCP are going to kite him on top right here. Boomer spawns up, gets a single boom out. Tank moving his way and gets the long arm punch onto Zoe. And he's actually going to turn around, going for the Boom Survivor now. Another long arm run to him. And that one's going to miss, however. Charger's going to miss well, and that's why the Charger is so hard to land in that area. He's actually just going to kind of chill back there. I don't know what TakTak. Chargers is kind of waiting. Hunter's still kind of waiting as well. Punch goes out. Skeet goes out as well. Tank throwing a rocket. This is not a wipe, obviously, Kiss Me.
Yeah, definitely not. Tank has 300 HP left. Zoe shuts down that Charger after he misses, and that will be a dead tank for TakTak, a.k.a. in the hands of Prove. Well, not AKA, but in the hands of Prove, I should just say.
I'm reloading.
TakTakTak is known as Prove. Oh, God.
We're speaking some demented
I shouldn't
version of
have woken
English.
up so early.
Yes, you should have. It was perfect. It was perfect timing, and I mean,
Oh, no, it was a good game. I'm just, like, half out of it.
it's all right. It's all right. Chat's being chat as usual. So we do have that smoker pull trying to go out in the back right here onto Francis. But Francis actually drops down, but does get pulled. So Dusty's gonna get 2 caps here with that Hunter as well. And as soon as they clear him, he's gonna drop into Spit. Almost an in cap going out onto Dusty. And he's gonna force to like go back the entire way almost by himself. But it looks as though Bravo really wants to kill the smoker. I mean, he really wanted to. He was about to chase him down.
This is Bravo, everybody.
He got
the
bullied
thrower
back.
of games.
Just walking his way through the map, you know.
Well, at least he erred on the side of not doing that, finally.
I would have done it. Now he jumps back over the left-hand side in order to kite that smoker, so pretty good move by HCP. Dusty is bleeding, as is Bravo, as is Super, but Dusty's the only one in danger of going slow right here. They should have another hit. Hunter, Boomer, Charger, and a smoker for this hit coming out. Hunter's bouncing around on the left-hand side. And it looks as though they've already jumped their way onto the top of the bus right here to block those spawns. They could take a hit right here and then continue pushing. That's indeed what's going to happen. Hunter going in and not going to land. We do have that Charger landing off a pull target right there, completing the charge to the side. Super is going to get pounded right there. Nice double cap in the back. That smoke covering up as well. So not a bad amount of damage on that hit from Talk 3.
Yeah, it really wasn't as bad as, it looked like it was going to go initially, as the SI were having a bit of a hard time landing, but they actually managed to really wrap it up towards the end, and that Charger Smoker combo definitely did a nice damage, or amount of damage out on the survivors. So we shall see them pick up a couple pills here in the side building along the street, and now they're going to go ahead and make their way into the cabin up ahead, look for some ammo in here, possibly a set of pills, and that will be pretty much all for this building as they make their way to the cemetery, which will be the next stop.
Indeed, and somebody's saying in chat, you can't reach God Hibbs level. We do have a charge going in, a nice double charge, and now we have a jockey landing on top of that as well, but that Spit apparently didn't connect with that many of the charged target right there because it didn't do a whole lot of damage.
Well, there were a lot of quick get-ups that pretty much happened. They weren't the long, tedious ones that take like 5 seconds to actually stand back up. They were like 2 seconds, and they're really not that bad. Yeah, I don't know if any of them are actually casting. I would just kick them, and if anyone complains, then we'll let them back in.
Yeah, okay.
Because they don't answer, and it's just like, okay. Anyway, there's a nice skeet going out onto the Hunter by Francis. So Prove being shut down there. And here comes a smoker looking for here on one side. Does find it, but does get killed off as well. Not going to be able to get that full pull out on there. And I'm surprised, weren't slots limited?
I don't think so.
Did you have admin?
Yeah, but I was wondering if anyone was actually casting because they were kind of chilling around in the last game as well, but I don't exactly know if anybody there had limited slots either, so I was playing safe. But no more. Gonna kick everybody. If they complain, then we'll know.
Yep, pretty much. But regardless, here comes a boom here out on Stars. Does manage to land out on the Bill, so Bravo's going to be seeing green here for a little bit. Spit does go out. It's just a free spit, though. No capo landed, and that Charger will... Green vision. The boom landed.
Oh, God. I always thought it was purple.
Wait, is it actually purple?
I'm not entirely sure. I really don't pay that much attention to Boomer Vomit. I mean,
I
at
thought
this
it was
point, it's
green.
just like a... It could be green at the same point in time, but I always associate with purple because I always see the outline as purple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was talking about the actual survivor vision.
Gotcha.
I was like, wait, am I that colorblind?
No.
I was like, I know I am colorblind, but good God.
Although that is a question for weight commands coming back. We do have a Hunter and Jockey going in right there. We do see the Smoker managing to land as well. Nice double cap on to Super and Bravo right there. Smoker is going to get cleared as that Spit goes down onto the other side of that barricade. But honestly, HCP have already pretty much made it. They're kind of just not screwing around, but they're very separated, and Bravo apparently wants to go inside again, so I'm not sure. But they could actually just push in here after another half a hit. Spit's gonna try to go in the front for a delay as well.
Bravo gets into this mood where he just constantly wants to push forward and push forward and push forward, and he really won't take no for an answer here. And he's pretty much he's getting what he asked for. He's just staring at the door, runs into the safe room, and melees the Boomer with his pan, and that will be the safe room. All survivors in, door closed, and they are going to make it a 300+ health bonus, 308 to be exact, and that's going to push them up to a score of 1912, and that is a 1700 differential. So they are up by. what, 1,200 right now?
Indeed, indeed.
I was trying to remember what it was. I was like 500 from the last game, so.
Yeah, they're in good shape right now, obviously. And I mean, the thing is, TakTak Survivor hasn't been able to do much of anything in terms of how they played on the high ping so far. I mean, in ATP, they were able to play pretty well with the high ping, all things considered, only losing that game by 500 points. And obviously, ATP Survivor has been almost perfect this entire game now, besides map 1. And making the past 2 maps with bonuses really clips the delta in a way that TakTak probably couldn't have prevented unless they had tank whites, and they hadn't had that so far. They can try to reciprocate that right here on the Survivor side, but it's going to be a challenge for them, obviously. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and a Charger going out right here for the first hit from the healthcare professionals. TakTak baiting it, and they're going to go on the bait anyway. Hunter's going to go in, trying to land onto Lewis. That Charger was nowhere near anything. Spit goes down on top of Lewis's face, and the Charger's crouching on the side before it dies.
Good old Charger. Not taking anything too seriously. He's like, well, I'm going to die, but I'm going to just sit here really quick. Maybe they won't see me.
Yeah, obviously, if he blends into the wall, that'd be the way to do it. And then we have a Witch Crown attempt going out. Nice running crown by VQ.
Indeed, not missing a step there. Running right up to her, pulling the trigger, and run right through her dead corpse. And that will be, obviously, the Witch dead. And Tank will be up at 62% of the way through the map, so they have to pretty much go to the bus up ahead, I do believe. Anyway, Hunter trying to make his way in through from the freezer in the side room there. But the Smoker will get the pull onto VQ. In the meantime, I got sneeze.
Nice skeet going out by VQ right there as well, being after he got cleared from that Smoker tongue. And this Jockey is up top as the last thing, really, besides that Smoker. And the Smoker does have a recharge now. They know where that is. They could try to go for the reset right here. Survivors obviously know that that's up. And Lewis is actually going to jump to the side over here. Zoe's going to follow suit. Jockey coming in the back right there. Smoker pull goes out onto Francis, and that is going to be a 2-cap onto TakTak. That Jockey's going to get one Survivors down below. Clear goes out, double boom land.
Indeed, so very well played there by HCP, putting the Survivors back down at the bottom of the loop, and they're going to have to rerun their way back to the top part before they can make that cross yet again, or at least attempt to. There is a Charger and a Smoker here, so they could definitely make something happen here. The Charger is obviously a spawn that the TakTak do not know about, so this could be a little off-catching for them. And actually, a nice pull into Francis. What the hell? Wow. He pulled him from across the train. He was jumping over the fence, and he pulled him back. That was insane. And there's another pull on Zoe.
Purple Smoker doing work right here. It's finally going to be pushed to death because obviously they can't allow that to happen again. But Purple just getting like 2 or 3 resets almost by his lonesome right there. Spit delay going out as well. Interesting call to do that. Maybe they want to just go for some kind of boom or something. But HCP are... their SI hits are working somehow.
Indeed, there's a cheeky little Hunter scratch. Oh, who's that, Hunter? Bravo, of course. Why wouldn't it be Bravo? But this Charger's going to look for a little bit of a reset charge yet again. Nice B-hop in. Gonna miss it. Actually, Bill walked off the edge! Oh, my God.
And they have a Smoker again, too. All right, TakTak, it's on you right now. There's the pop going out. Smoker's going to look for a reset from up top, it looks like. Hunter bouncing around again. Smoker going for the reset, and he's going to miss it because he got kite on the pole.
Indeed, so they do finally make their way across the gap there, the crossing, and Hunter getting obliterated there by the shotgun of Francis, and they're running a 2-2 setup actually, so that is something that I did not notice. And let's see when the tank does spawn. It should spawn, does it spawn, wait, here or at the house? I forget.
Right around the bus.
Oh, here, got it.
Yeah, it's push a little, they can take one more step forward and it'll go, but they have a Jockey Spitter up for the special infected, actually causing TakTak to wait. Spitter, they know where it is. They're going to push into those woods and try to get the pick. Jockey's coming down to try to stop Francis from doing just that. Lands for a split second. Bunny hopping Charger goes in and manages to land right there with a Smoker pull out on the other side. Those are some nice hops, Kiss Me.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get the perfect hops, obviously, because you can't do that anyway, but he did slow down, and he kind of avoided that pre-gunfire from the Survivors. But regardless, Tank now up in the hands of Purple, the big purple dinosaur himself, and he is Barney.
Purple is Barney?
I don't know. That's what I always
You
thought.
heard it here. Confirmed, yeah.
I'm going to go to the war room. He's going to be like, wait, you call me Barney? But there's a nice double boom.
More purple going out right there, plus a Smoker pull. This should be a car. This really should be a car, and it is going to be... no, we don't play it, I don't think. We're going to keep it here. And that's going to be the death onto Prove. And let's see what Purple does with the rest of this car. This car is stuck right now. Launching up back into the air, flipping it around, another Smoker pull, and where did that go? That did not land on the Survivor like I thought it was going to. He lands a rock and decides to back off. Another pull going out onto Lewis right there. There's the in-cap going onto the Smoker. And TakTak are getting eviscerated right now by Team ATP.
Yeah, this is not going any way that they would have liked. 2,000 HP left on this tank. 3 cappers up for them, and they're going to secure that double cap. Well played there by Purple and Co. Just putting the nails into TakTak. Complete reverse here from the previous server. And, yeah, that's going to be the round there as that Hunter claws away, getting that following cap onto Kuma. And that will be, once again, the round here for Team TakTak. Only gaining 269 points of distance. And, yeah, HCP just running away with this one. Now 1,400 points up, and that means 900-point lead for them going into the final 2 maps.
Yeah, that's obviously extremely good for them in the aggregate score. And I mean, just this game so far, like, TakTak has not yet survived a tank. That's the big play that we have to talk about here in terms of now it's the home server tanks doing work for HCP. And TakTak's tankage has been okay, but we saw great tanks from HCP on the away server as well. And it's really just what it comes down to in terms of that. And, I mean, TakTak's survivors is not matching up here on this server either.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. It would have been nice to obviously see them play some really nice SI along with their survivor here as well. But, you know, HCP, they're just a different beast. They're able to do it on both home and away servers. And, you know, they kept it close, and now they're just pulling away little by little.
Indeed, they are. And now we have our tank and witch spawn set, waiting for Kuma to ready up, and TakTak are going to be on the special infected first. Team HCP on the survivor side. Let's see how this goes. Witch is going to be early-ish, and they have to spawn that tank and then run it back. HCP pushing straight out, absolutely zero fear. Jockey is up top, though, on a separated survivor. Charter's going to look for an intercept here of some kind, going to manage to land, but then does get instantly cleared.
Indeed. So Tank once again up at 44% of the way through the map, Witch at 23. So they're gonna come across that Witch before the Tank, to say at least. And she is actually up right at the corner here, I think.
Should be, yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there she is. She's sitting in front of that dumpster. And looks as though we are going to have Bravo pushing that Witch right here, going in, getting the nice running crown. Jockey manages to land onto him. Smoker going for the intercept. Actually, tongue breaks on the Jockey survivor because this game is fantastic. And there is a Hunter and a Smoker and a Spitter in the spawn queue right now. That Smoker does die. Hunter's basically alone. And Bravo's Super's chasing with a baseball bat. Super's going for it with a baseball bat. He really wants that frag. Hunter might decide to go back for him right here, but Super was gunning for that, obviously.
I can't believe he chased him with a bat. Anyway, there's a bit of a delay spin in the back, trying to keep the survivors from pushing back. I have a feeling Bravo's not going to give a crap and probably just run through it. Indeed, he did at the very end of it. Bravo is falling right back into its former self here and just really just doing whatever he wants at this point. Charger goes in. That's a nice charge out on Lewis, though. Hunter getting obliterated, though, by the Uzi of, I think that was Zoe. And that will be the Tank working his headballs in. Bravo wanted to get aggressive on him. It's just funny because you just see Bravo like moving away from his team all the time, like doing the opposite.
They're going for that early chip, but there Bravo's staying on top of this bus. He's chipping Kuma down right here. I had expected him to jump on top of that van and start shooting it in the face there too, but instead they're gonna drop back into the corner. Bravo's still playing it pretty far forward, getting that chip. Hunter, Smoker, and a Jockey for the first hit here for TakTak on this tank.
Good times, but yeah, so Kuma gonna try and make something happen here with this tank. He's gonna start working in those hittables. Not having the best of luck with them so far. They're being a little hard to get in. And he does finally find a good angle, starts working two of them in. He's gonna look for a dumpster. I'm assuming the one here on the left. Indeed, he's going to. So he's gonna have 3 hittables to work with here. That's a pretty good number. And actually gets stuck up on the wall. Okay. But survivors rotate their way over into the church here. Goes in and flings a hittable over the wall. It hits the car, but unfortunately falls backwards from where it was originally. And now he's going to get a re-hit on that one. Fling it towards Francis. Not going to find a hit, though. And now survivors are pretty much just going to kite him over the church wall. And, yeah, as he moves in, they move out. Tank down to 4k HP. And not having a really easy time finding anything right now. Jockey, Smoker, Hunter waiting for the tank to try and get closer. Close enough to make something happen, at least. Good car hit, though, out on the survivors, but that will fall short, falling on the 10 news fall. Maybe, actually. He has 70%.
I have a bad feeling about this. HCP are going to work their way forward. It's going to be really close. He's down to like 30, 25, 20, 15.
They actually are.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it. Now the tank's going to be AI. Back and forth right here. And Bravo is separated with the AI tank right now. It's Bravo VAI. The rest of his team is going to come back to him right now, and the tank is going to get caught in the middle. No cards going out yet. Bravo's going to get pulled, but stealth clears. AI tank throwing a rock, going to miss. AI tank working his way back in towards that boom survivor. Standing in the doorway, working his way through, breaking the door with a punch now, working his way in, getting meleeed down. Nice play by ATP, 1 pounce landing in the back, but a quick clear.
And indeed, and their health bonus, wow, as it stands right now, 1,319. That is a incredible health bonus. That is just mind-boggling. And I really don't know what to say. Purple only getting 2% damage on the tank. 138 damage.
I'm reloading.
What? Oh my god. What he shoot once with a shotgun and just left it?
Yeah, I think so. We have that boomer slowing up below, getting a single boom, Spit going down as well. ATP just pushing right now. Hunter's going to spawn up right there, going for a melee speed again, was Supra, and that Charger is not going to be able to do much of anything either. And this is bad for TakTak, Kiss Me. ATP are just, this is them on their home server at their best.
Yeah, there's not really much more that HTP can do right now to really prove their dominance here on their home server. You know, trying to defend what is theirs here once again their home server.
It's Stippy saying the Chinese alphabet only has, like, vowels, pretty much.
Reloading.
What? O,
So
A, E,
confused.
O, U.
Oh my god.
Snoopy, please. We do have
That's
this
not-
jockey bouncing around. What? Is this not politically correct?
No, that's just racist.
Snoopy, please. Snoopy got called racist in Kiss Me's Twitch chat. Is that the pot calling the kettle black in the China store?
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
saying I haven't said bad things in the past.
But that right there is pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not
Everybody's
gonna,
looking
I'm-
at Snoopy like, yo, man.
Hey, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a cow.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
Jockey gets taken out, Boomer gets popped. This is what HCP does to us. It's contagious. Bravo's attitude is contagious.
Reloading.
This is the are they really gonna weigh up? They're gonna weigh up this entire thing. They're trying to make safe with this, but oh my god, they're going for the spinner.
Wait, who is that? Dusty? He pulled his pen out and started running up the ladder. Oh my god. Oh, HCP's losing it. You can tell just by the way that their movement is going right now that they are just completely out of it. Smoker grabbed a pull on the Francis there as he drops in. Nothing coming though. They're trying to dig that Hunter who's really far down the street, but they're not going to find it. And now Zoe's still looking for the shot on the Hunter. Looking for this one deke. Purple trying to make some frag footage here.
Spit's gonna go in, going towards Purple, not going to land up. If they make it with this bonus, that would be completely insane. Hunter's gonna go in there, beautiful team skeet going out, and Kiss Me, it could actually happen, but ATP are in they're in that mode.
Yeah, they're in that mode where it's like cruise control. It's like, you know, if you own like a Mustang and you're driving it, it's like normal, like you're trying to drive and stuff. But once you like, in this case, it's like once you flick on cruise control, your Mustang like throws its wheels out and just starts riding on the rims and starts just tearing stuff up. That's kind of how HCP cruise control. It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's like they do things they're not supposed to and they end up destroying things. I don't know. Some sort of analogy. Make it up.
Fitter, Jockey, Charger, and a Smoker. This could be the potential last hit right here. Smoker trying to get a pull forward. Charger going in. Obliterated is the only adjective slash verb we could use for anything that happened right there. That is ridiculous. Purple's going to push forward and Kiss Me this bonus. Oh my god. I didn't think they were actually going to make it with this, but look at this.
They currently have over 1,200. It stands at 1,228.
Dude.
What?
Reloading.
That's not even... Like, look at the damage for TakTak. 22, 17, 12, and 4.
They
Purple's
might have done
already
more
moving
FF
forward.
to each other.
Smoker, Spitter, Boomer, Charger. Charger going in. Managing to land in the corner. Spit's going to go down pretty late onto that. That's going to do a pretty good amount. But look at that. Super's on the dumpster and got out of the Spit.
Yeah, and they're still over an 1,100 health bonus. They're going to walk in with it.
Wow.
1,138. And that will be the final health bonus right there for
Jesus
HDP. And that's going to put
Christ.
them way up to... Now, if you want a skyrocket, that's a skyrocket. 3748 will be their score. And that's going to put them at a... Oh, God. 2,700 point advantage.
That's not okay. That's really not okay for them to do that, but they did it.
If we get to the river, we can find a boat.
Sure, why not?
Oh boy.
That's the largest score for an individual chapter I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is actually a huge score. But we are going
1,800
live here.
points.
Yeah, that's just incredible. We're going to go live here with the second half of the fourth map. TakTak, they're in dire straits right now. I don't see this happening. Ooh, Bao just got destroyed. Holy crap.
Oh my god, that Hunter's going outside, managing to land. Jockey lands in the safe room as well. Zoe's gonna have a slow clear right there, and that's really unfortunate for TakTak, obviously. I mean, I could say the game is over at this point. I think everybody knows. And, like, that's just nuts in terms of what HCP have done so far. TakTak gonna push forward, playing basically further respect at this point. The Witch is up around that corner over there as well. Let's see exactly what they decide to do with it. Looks as though Bill wants to go for the draw right here. Kuma looking for it around that tree. And it's going to be a Spitter, Charger, Hunter, and a Smoker for the hit from the healthcare professionals. Smoker looking for a charge out. Charger going in for the B-Hop is going to get shut down, which is now going to get the pull going out right there, which is having an interesting time dancing around those walls. Now is going to find her way in, kiting over the car. He's going for Bill, but then does get shut down. That's going to be TakTak killing the Witch, then pushing their way a little bit more through the map right here. Let's see exactly who this tank is going to be. I believe it's going to be... I think it's Dusty, yeah. So it should be a Dusty tank, I think, coming up right here. Let's see. Charger, Jockey, Boomer, and a Smoker for this hit. And it indeed is that Dusty tank. And looks like TakTak are going to kill a hit right here. Dusty working his hittables and that kind of stuff in. We probably could try to go to a war room, but I think Kiss Me might need a second.
Back.
So I'm going to keep... Oh, you're back? How about we go to an HCP war room then for Dusty's tank?
Let's kick it right over.
You want to just like say GG no finale?
No,
We
we can't do that. Only they can do that.
Do you want to just say GG right now so they don't even have a chance?
Do you want to just all get tattoos? Or butt cheeks?
I'll get a
We could have
fucking
like team
skull on my
tattoo.
neck.
Yes.
I'll get a teardrop for killing Supra.
Wow.
Get a picture of Marilyn Manson with a tear coming out of his eye.
Isn't he always crying though? It's,
Ooh.
you don't have to tattoo that shit on there.
Oh, you hit the car with the car in the air.
What is that called?
Car?
Wake up in car.
What?
You're so stupid.
What?
Carring.
Carring.
Dude, they're doing what I did.
Dude, let's see if Supra.
Oh,
Supra,
Dusty's a
Dusty can-
goober. We have taken him.
But those
Just keep him right there. Keep him right
There's
there.
a hittable over here. Bring him over. The dumpster. In the corner.
yeah. Oh, she can wall that.
Really? What makes you say? Oh, car this noob. What the fuck, Dusty?
Dusty's...
Behind you, you noober!
What the fuck? It's not gonna be a wipe on this
That car
hallway.
hittable?
Oh,
No, the car's not hittable.
Oh, that's why Dusty didn't car him.
Dusty. Oh, that's Smoker!
Oh, the
Sure. No, what? Dusty!
Good God. We're back from that war room. HCP just screaming at Dusty. Oh God. Oh, so the health bonus as it stands right now, 674. They're already down on health bonus, and they've already lost on distance as well because with that kill going on to Kuma, which did take 4 hits to kill him with the hittable when he was incapped. So, I am correct.
Indeed. So luckily we didn't have to make that call too much. But yes, obviously that death going out onto Kuma. Boomer, Hunter, Spitter, and a Jockey for this next hit coming out right here. That brings a smile to my face to hear the wondrous voices of them just screaming at Dusty. Brings me back to a point during the week there where Dusty had a couple comments about his team, about this team who he's playing with. You know, just friendly commentary between teammates, obviously going back and forth. They're a team that likes to poke fun at each other a little bit, I would say.
Indeed it does. So they will go ahead and continue the way through the map here. They're going to try and make the safe room and, you know, just try and keep the bleed out as low as possible here. VQ is going to go ahead and pop a set of pills here. They should find one down here at the event, I do believe. Unless I am mistaken. I am mistaken, actually. I thought they had one down here. And now it comes down to, is Tak going to go ahead and hold it? Or no, they're going to push, it seems? No, looks like they're going to hold, actually. Lewis started moving forward. I thought maybe that might be 2 survivors forward, 1 back, that they were going to eventually end up just moving forward. But it looks like they're going to opt to actually stay back there now.
Yeah, Hunter, Smoker, Charger, and a Spitter for the next hit coming right here. The asking question of do they want Finale coming in. Almost a 2-cap landing. The Charger does manage to land. The Spitter spits somewhere that's not anywhere near the Charger pin, but it doesn't matter because the Charger's going to get it down from that death spit, I think, anyway, after those pounds. So spit misfire doesn't really matter a whole lot, and that's the full in-cap going on to VQ.
And indeed it is. So we will see this game probably wrapping up here in a little bit. Not too sure if they want Finale or not. They didn't respond. And Kuma saying, nope, this is final. So I think they do understand that it's pretty much mathematically impossible at this point, and it is map 4. They're gonna go ahead and GG out of this one. And Dusty says, okay. Super says, what?
This is the finale, right?
From what I got, I took that as this is all they want. That this will be it. But regardless, Smoker grabbed a pull there out on him as far as end up getting boomed as well. And with no pills left, it's going to force VQ and teammates to go ahead and push forward here. Try and make the save from here in this last-ditch effort to, you know, just try and claw back whatever they can here point-wise.
Let's see. Jockey and a couple other spawns coming to queue right here. There is still a bit of horde, I think, trailing from the back. Jockey, Hunter, Charter, and the Spitter. So it's a tri-cap with that spit. This is obviously going to be it. They're just trying to mitigate the delta here for the screenshot at this point. And I mean, get kudos to Talk 3 for the way that they played as well. But HCP are a beast on their home server. There's the first pin landing. Charter's going for the long charge. Not going to work. Should be another down, though, out onto DQ. And more spit damage onto both the survivors in the back as well.
Indeed it is. So it's going to be what's going to in-cap going out to VQ up front here. Tali and Prue both dropping into the yellow now. So now that's a full team of slow survivors. And they still have a hallway full of horde here to actually fight through. And it looks like they might opt to hold out here. No, Lewis pushing forward. It looked like Zoe wanted to go in that side room, though. But we shall see what ends up happening. Smoker in the back, looking for pull here on one side as the rest of the attack comes in here. Spitter spit out in front of the alleyway there. Nice, though. Oh, not a double cap. I take that back. Charger missed that charge out onto Zoe. In-cap onto Francis there. And now this Charger Boomer looking for this in-cap onto Prove. Last person up here. 1 punch, 2 punch, and 3 punch. That will call the GG out. And that will be the round and the game at that matter, or for that matter. So we'll see HCP taking the win here over Team TakTakTak by a round, what is that, 2,700 to 22 points?
2,200 points, yeah, that's pretty darn nice win from the healthcare professionals right there. That's going to move Talk 3 into the lower bracket. And I have a question, Kiss Me, do we want to go to the Serenity game now?